Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Kingsville, Hampton Inn Court. I'm Mark Molina with the Javelina Broadcast Network alongside Ferris Sabawi, and we are here for a live stream in Javelina basketball. And tonight, the Javelinas take on the Tarleton State TexAnns. And, Ferris, today, tell me a little bit about how the Javelinas are doing coming into this game here tonight as the Lone Star Conference play starts to heat up.
You know, Mark, they were struggling a lot earlier this season. Just to give a general recap, they had gone on I think a 12-game losing streak, if I'm not mistaken. But they are just coming off a road win against Texas Women's University, and they had actually done a lot there that they hadn't shown in the season. And one of those was they hit 90% from the free throw line. And one of the other things is they actually forced Texas Women's to turn over the ball 30 times, and that's the highest that the Javelinas have come this season.
Yeah, definitely one of the defensive efforts that stands out this year. As we mentioned, the Javelinas losing 12 straight, but Coach Michael Trujillo has them playing a little bit better. They usually, this time last year is around the time where they started to find their legs a little bit, made a little bit of a push, started getting their game together a little bit, but looking at the schedule, the Javelinas aren't that far out of the 8th spot for the playoff picture just yet. I mean, there's still a lot of basketball to be played, and there's only a one game margin between 8th and the Javelinas. So it would be a big win here if the Javelinas can come in and knock off the third-ranked TexAnns, third-ranked in the LFC, of course.
Well, and with the Javelinas, Mark, a lot of their problems was just that their shots were not falling. And it's one of those things, if that comes together, they're a completely different team, because they were known for their three-point shooting. And
so looking at the schedule, Javelinas coming off that win against Texas Women's 59-49, and have won 2 of the last 3 since January 31st. Knocked off Cameron 53-42, and then they dropped that game to Texas Women's, and now here they are. Won that game at Texas Women's, Now here they are against Tarleton State with 5 games to go after this. But like we said, the Javelinas right now at 3-11, and right now behind Texas Women's and Eastern New Mexico, who stand at 4-10 and 4-11 respectively.
And it's just like you said, it's for those top spots, it's those top 8 spots that get into the LSC. And the Javelina team is only 1 game out from 8th place. So playoffs are still a huge possibility for the Lady Javelinas and Coach Trio, respectively.
Yeah, a couple of winnable games coming up after Tarleton State. Tarleton State right now 11-3 overall in the Lone Star Conference. A really, really good team, but then the Javelinas will take on Texas A&M Commerce and Eastern New Mexico. Those are going to be very huge games, because Eastern New Mexico right now only stands a half game behind, one loss back in the loss column, to be exact, behind Texas Women's. So they sit there at 4-11. So the Javelinas, like I said, that win over Cameron gives them a half-game lead as well. So the things tightening up for the 8th spot. We have, like we said, 5 more games to go, and only 2 games separate 8th and last place. So it's going to start to tighten up there at the in the tail end of the Lone Star Conference. We're about 2 minutes, 13 seconds away from tip-off here.
And, we'll see who comes out. Lately, the people who have been playing a lot for the Javelinas, of course, Sheena Jones had come out the last game against Texas Women with a pretty good showing.
And we're going to look at the matchup here today. The Javelinas on the season, averaging 57.2 points per game, but giving up 66.3 points per game. A margin of -9. Obviously, whenever you go through a bit of a losing streak like that, you're obviously going to see that type of differential. And on the season, shooting 32% from the field, not a strong shooting team, but you mentioned that the Javelinas did shoot better, and from both the field and the free throw line, and the free throw percentage as a team, not really very solid, 69% as a team, but it's a pretty good percentage.
Yeah, and it's something that'll come along, and we'll see what a couple wins do to their conference.
A
couple weeks ago, it seemed impossible that they would win any game. just because, you know, the conference looks shot, they look kind of tired. When you lose so constantly, sometimes it's tough to get the rhythm, but they have won a few games and they're bouncing back, so we'll see what they can come up with here. And like you said, you know, last season they had made a late playoff push, and so we'll see if that happens again here.
One of the daunting stats looking at this right now, you go to the turnover margin, the Javelinas are actually +2 on the season in turnovers, so the Javelinas are turning the ball over 20.2 times a game and forcing 22.4, so it's going to be something to look at here. The Javelinas on the defensive end, as they're giving up 66.3 points per game this season. So we're going to get started here with the pregame festivities. National anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Kingsville Hampton in Court and the Stanley Physical Education Center. This year's home season begins to wrap up with the next to last home game of the season with the TexAnns of Tarleton State in town facing your Javelinas. Tonight's Pink Zone game for cancer awareness is brought to you by Christus Von Taylor Hospital. To bring awareness to breast cancer, your Javelinas will be wearing pink jerseys for the game. Would you please rise for our national anthem?
Nice rendition of the Star Spangled Banner, as always, is one of the things we come here to learn pregame. But
one of my favorite songs.
Right now we're going to have the starting lineups for the Javelinas here tonight on the girls' side as we go through the announcement here. But one of the things to look at is, as you know, as the Javelinas get into a rhythm and win 2 of 3, Coach Trujillo is going to start messing with his rotation. And, you know, expecting to get his best players out there, of course. I mean, everybody's going to want that down the season. But it's going to, you know, a couple of good parts that Trujillo likes. Obviously, you know, he's notorious coming to this school. Always talked about using the post game. We're going to see how much he's going to start to utilize that more, and how he's going to try to make it you know, maybe he tries to go to it a little bit more. Things to look at here as we get started. But what are some of the things you've seen, Ferris, as somebody who's covered them most of the season?
Well, you know, they are going to have to utilize their post game a little bit more. They usually do rely on three-point shooting just a bit too much, and sometimes it's a problem because you could get a post player in good rhythm if you feed them the ball enough, and they've been relying on the three-point line, which hasn't really been in their favor most of the season. So we'll see if they do resort to a post, like you said. And the starting lineup for the Javelinas is going to be Sheena Jones, Brandy Clark, Caitlin Lowen, Brianna Gonzalez, and Ashley Vieira, which is a little bit different than what he's usually going with.
We'll see what kind of results he gets here. But Javelinas definitely, obviously, we want to get off to a really good start, but, you know, sometimes the Javelinas are Jekyll and Hyde when it comes to first and second half. Sometimes they get out to a really good start, and all of a sudden midway through the second half, they started to go through these spurts of scoreless minutes.
Yeah,
turnovers, quick, trying to execute way too quick into the shot clock. So we'll see where Javelinas go and get started off here. We mentioned Tarleton State right now only 2 games out of the top spot and half a game behind Abilene Christian, sitting at 12-3 in the number 2 spot right now. Tarleton State 11-3 and number 3, right on the heels of the Wildcats of Abilene Christian. Tarleton State's starting lineup, Peyton Adamson, Morgan Ashmore, Brianna Bledsoe, Kiara Wright, and Cheyenne Berry going to get the call for the TexAnns to start the game here. Clark loses a tip there to Kiara Wright as the TexAnns are going to start the game here with the game's first possession. Trying to go inside to Wright, but Wright misses, but she gets the putback there to start the game early, and Tarleton State attacking aggressively to the inside here early on.
Yeah, it's easy to tell early on Wright's going to be a big presence in the post. You saw her miss, but you did see her grab a rebound, so she does have the active hands on the boards. We'll see if that continues.
Right, a 6'1" junior out of Pittsburgh, Texas, to Pittsburgh High School. So has a bit of a height advantage there on Clark, who is 5'8". Gives up about 3 inches. As Clark tries to go inside, she misses, and so does Caitlin Lowen. She misses the putback, and now the TexAnns are going to come attack the other way. Oh, nice dish underneath to Cheyenne Berry, but Berry misses, and the Javelinas come up with that rebound in the scuffle.
Yeah, you know, Berry really should have rewarded that kind of pass with putting that shot in. She did.
Yeah, a nice high off the glass as she drove in there.
And Vieira had come off the bench earlier on this season for most of it. It looks like Coach Trio likes his play, or likes her play, and that's why she's back in the starting lineup.
Jones from the outside misses, but Clark gets the rebound and ends up on the floor. He's going to get the foul called. It looks like it's going to be called on Bledsoe. That's going to be her first. Brianna Bledsoe, 5'8" junior, out of local Stephenville, playing for her hometown TexAnns. Jones going to try the 3 off the inbound pass, and she's going to miss, and the Texans going to end up with the ball.
That's Jones' second 3-pointer of the game, and that's what I was talking about a little bit earlier on. They shouldn't really settle on that shot. Just try to find a good post shot.
Trying to go into right again, and she's going to get called, and they're going to count the basket there. So Wright dominating the inside here on the first couple of possessions. Javelinas giving up the size advantage, and they're just trying to go into Wright almost every time down, it looks like.
Yeah, and Wright is such an aggressive player. She's going to look to draw fouls like that because she does know that she does have the advantage in the post.
Wright misses, but it's going to be corralled by Berry, and Berry tries to give it to Wright, and Wright misses it. And Adamson able to pick it up on the wing and reset. Berry is going to get called for travel. They're going to wave off the basket.
We'll give the Javelinas a chance to tie or take the lead here.
About a little bit more than 2 minutes gone by here. 4-2 TexAnns lead here at Kingsville-Hampton in court. And Wright takes the ball away from Clark as Gonzalez tried to go inside to her. Yeah, tight on Adamson, and she's trying to get something going here, and the ball's going to get sent to the half court. Good defense there by the Javelinas.
Yeah, and that was all Ashley Vieira's hustle. If it wasn't for that, there wouldn't have been that much pressure, and would have forced that turnover. And we'll see if the Javelinas can force another 30 here.
As you mentioned, the Javelinas are +2 in the turnover area of the game, so it's a really big positive if you look for the Javelinas. Vieira Goes to the inside, comes up a little short.
Yeah, and the big key for the Javelinas, they do make those turnovers, or they do force them, Mark, as they just forced another one there.
And it's Vieira again. Vieira making it down the court, passes to Lowen. Lowen puts it in. Nice court vision by Vieira to find Lowen cutting to the basket. 4-4.
Yeah, as I was saying, you know, they do force the turnovers. The problem all season, though, has been converting the points on the turnovers. They haven't gotten points off turnovers, and that's been one of the biggest issues for them.
So it's going to be a second team foul on Javelinas. They're going to call this one on Vieira. They're going to call a push on her. The Javelinas just trying to quit. It looks like they're trying to keep the Texans out of the paint. Adamson puts the shot up, gets fouled.
They're doing a pretty good job of that. You can see them as you just saw them huddle right there. But you can see them just talk a lot more on the defensive end, see them motion to each other. They're all on the same page, and if they are, it'll be hard for the Lady Texans, or for the TexAnns, excuse me, to get into the post.
Yeah, but the 6'1" Cheyenne Berry obviously going to call for all that attention. And, you know, the Javelinas, nobody on the roster close there on the size advantage. Well, I guess you would give the nod to the 6'2" Brittany Shelby. But she's just a freshman, right? Obviously a junior, so it'll be a tough matchup there. But the size could even out later on if you look at the matchup in the game.
That was a good aggressive play by Brianna Gonzalez there to draw the foul. You can see the Javelinas talk a lot more just from early on in this game. And the Javelinas, it looks like they understand if they can keep this close and competitive long enough, they can pull away with this win, even if it is against, you know, the third-ranked team in the LSC.
Yeah, Bledsoe going to sit down after getting her second foul. Going to bring in number 5 for the TexAnns.
Oh, what a good move.
Akira Johnson as
Michelle Wagner missed the basket there.
Now TexAnns coming back the other way. Wide open in the corner is Adamson. Adamson able to put it in. The Javelinas just having a bit of a letdown there.
Yeah, it was a good strip by Wagner, just they hadn't finished up on the play. And that's what left the TexAnns open for the 3.
And Clark loses the dribble on the inside, turns it over. Texans up by 9 and with the ball. 15:48 left to go here in the first half. Clark gets her hand in there. A nice job by the Javelinas. They look like they're trying to get into right there. Good job tipping it away.
Yeah, those great active hands have led to already 3 or 4 turnovers so far in this game.
Lowen misses it there, and a rebound there by Wright. Adamson drives, puts it up off the edge of the basket. Jones comes up with the board.
Yeah, Jones did well to keep that secure. It almost looked like it was about to go out of bounds.
Now Jones directing traffic. Yeah, to Clark. Clark's going to go to the hoop. And she's going to draw the foul on Wright. It's made another foul on TexAnns. It's going to be the first on Wright. It's going to be a media timeout on the floor. So the Javelinas coming out here trailing by 5, unable to put in a couple of baskets, but Javelinas getting their shots, just not putting them in right now.
Well, it's kind of been the story for them so far this season, is they've been getting the opportunities, just not converting on the baskets. You could tell Ashley Vieira is playing really active. She would have made that assist to Michelle Wagner, but Wagner did miss that point blank layup there. But also, you definitely have to give the TexAnns their credit hitting their shots here.
Yeah, definitely, as they're coming out shooting 42.9%, 3 of 7 from the field. Here early on, Javelinas a 2 of 8, 25%. But you know, it looked early on it looked like we were going to have a really heavy helping of Kiara Wright. But the Javelinas got pretty wise pretty quickly and started to clean that up a little bit. So now it's a little bit more challenging
Yeah,
here for the TexAnns.
They did adjust well. They probably knew about Wright coming in, but sometimes, you know, scouting report's a lot different than the actual performance sometimes. Looks like they adjusted pretty well to Wright. And, you know, if the Javelinas can take something away from, you know, even though they have the 5-point deficit right here, they have forced 5 turnovers on Tarleton already. And if they can convert those into points, this will be an easy game.
So I have Clark here at the free throw line. Going to be shooting a couple. Clark makes the first one.
How many do you guys need? 1 or 2?
Thank you. Clark grabs the loose ball here. Gonzalez is going to come back the other way. Gonzalez is going to put it on the floor, throws it up off the backboard, misses right, grabs the rebound.
A tough shot for Gonzalez, but she had done all the work to get there. Good look by her.
Just put it up a little too hard off the glass, and there's another whistle on the floor. They're going to get a call on Gonzalez. So it's going to be the 14th foul for the Javelinas, first on Gonzalez. Getting down to Ashmore. Oh, and Wright getting physical with Gonzalez. As Gonzalez gets taken to the floor, and they're going to call.
You know, Gonzalez.
On Wright, so that's going to be her second, so she's going to have a seat.
You know, Brianna Gonzalez, Mark, you know, she's a pretty small player, only coming in at 5'3", but, you know, all season I've seen her play. She's not afraid to guard bigger players, and she understands how easy it is for her to force fouls on them.
Yeah, so right getting the talking to there by Coach Ronnie Hearn. Hearn in his 10th season.
And a good move by Gold, but it is going to be called travel.
Yeah. So Gold, what's the call there?
It was a good cut in, just too many steps.
6-9. Tarleton leading, 14 minutes, 13 seconds left to go here in the opening half. On the dribble there by Ashmore, gets into the paint, just lost the ball trying to get it underneath to her post player.
Yeah, Javelinas are making it really hard, like you said, Mark, for them to penetrate into the post. Double dribble call there, going to be the 7th turnover. Excuse me, the 8th.
So Tarleton unable to hold on to take care of the basketball, but the Javelinas just not, you know, making the points off these turnovers early.
Yeah, you know, they force the error, but they don't punish them for it, and that's what's needed here as Gold misses that three-pointer.
Again, the Javelinas' shot troubles continue as dribble goes out of bounds as Johnson cannot control the basketball. Going to go over to the Javelinas as the TexAnns continue to turn the basketball over. As Tarleton's going to call a timeout and talk it over. So the Javelinas here tightening up the defense.
Yeah, and this is one of the few times we've seen the problem with the team's offense than their defense. Javelinas forcing a lot of turnovers here early on, Mark, but you know they're not converting. They're not getting out to fast breaks. And you know, if you can't take advantage of the turnovers quick enough and you can't score off of them, it makes it tough for you to close out the gap. They're only trailing by 3 here early on. There's still a lot of time in this game. 13:32 left in the first half. Javelinas just shooting 2 of 10, Mark. 20% from the field.
Yeah, but doing a good job on the defensive end, holding in a Tarleton here to just 9 points so far, trying to stay within striking distance to make sure the lead doesn't get away. As Ruby Robertson is in for the Javelinas. Gould on the outside trying to do something with it. Less than 10 on the shot clock, but they're going to call the travel on Gould, but she tries to make something happen.
Yeah, that's Gould's second travel of the game already. She's just starting out just a little clumsy on her feet.
Well, the Texans make it up the floor rather quickly. It's going to be out of bounds. It's going to go over to the Texans.
You know, it looked like it had gone off the foot of Ashmore there. Looked like it could have been Javelina ball, but ref must have not seen it go off the foot.
Nice move there by Ashmore. She tries to get to the hole. Just nice job getting past Wagner there on top of the perimeter. And there's a carry. And Gould just not catching a break here on the early going. That's already 3 whistles on her.
And so far she has 3 turnovers all on her own in the game. Javelinas have 6 overall. So Javelina's playing a little clumsy too here. It looks like.
So both teams just having trouble capitalizing. I mean, TexAnns could be out comfortably ahead, but right now, since they're unable to shoot the ball effectively and the Javelinas are unable to take care of the ball. It's a lot closer, but right there, Erin Sims able to get the basket and the foul.
Yeah, Ruby Robertson there was just a little bit too late on the play. Ended up hitting her in the arm. And so it was a tough play. She was just a step too late. Would have benefited her to just let her go instead of giving up an extra free throw here.
Sims is going to miss, and Wagner going to pick up the rebound here. Javelina's going to make it down the floor. Gould, Robinson, Jones, Clark, and Wagner on the floor for the Javelinas. Clark shoots, scores, keeps the Javelinas within 3 here. 11-8 after that shot by Clark.
Yeah, and when the Javelinas play through the post, things open up for them like that. Sheena Jones drove all the way in, took the spotlight there and then gave it out to Clark. Clark hit her shot.
The TexAnns really spreading out the floor, trying to get the ball up quickly here. Just playing throw across. It looks like here they're trying to make the way up the floor. A series of long passes, but just keeping the Javelinas on their heels.
And the Javelinas are really on their game on offense. It's probably why the TexAnns haven't scored as much as you'd think they will. You know, both teams shooting under 50% so far. So 11-6, Tarleton does have the 5-point lead here with under 12 minutes left in the first half. So far for the scores for the Javelina have been Ashley Vieira. She's only she's got a basket. Caitlin Lowen has hit one, and Brandy Park on that last one goes 1 for 2 on the night so far.
And after this game, we have our second of a doubleheader. The men take on the Tarleton State Texans.
And that's definitely going to be a good game to see as well. The Javelina team has gone on a 4-game losing streak, unfortunately. But Mark, I got a chance to go to the practice, talk to a couple of players and Coach Pete. And they look hungry for the win.
Yeah, and I expect nothing else from Coach Peterson team. I mean, Coach Pete, one of the best coaches ever to coach here, and one of the best college basketball coaches, out there. He's been recognized many times, so expect this team to come out fighting.
Yeah, earlier this season, he actually racked up 100 wins with the Javelinas.
And he's over 200 career wins. And from downtown, that's Peyton Adamson extending the Texan lead to 6 after that shot. The Javelinas just trying to get their offense going a little bit more consistently, put a couple of possessions together. Gould from the outside. And Gould still unable to have anything fortunate come her way. He's got a couple of turnovers, a couple missed shots.
Yeah, she's having a tough game so far. Coach Trio feels pretty comfortable with her. She has hit a few big-time shots before.
Barry jumper from just outside the free throw line, miss. Going to be brought back the other way by the Javelinas.
You know, usually with Vieira not, with Ashley Vieira not being on the starting lineup, she comes in for Brianna Gonzalez on the point. So this is one of the few times the Javelinas don't have either Vieira or Gonzalez on the court, which is a little bit interesting, like I said, because it's usually one of them running the point.
Gonzalez and Benavides going to check down as Jones and Clark sit. So the Javelinas right now actually have the size advantage in the post as Aaron Sims, 5'11", freshman, is on Ashley Benavides, who's 6'4". 6 foot sophomore, excuse me. To the basket, can't get it to drop, is low. Javelinas continue to struggle from the field.
Yeah, TexAnns did well to box out on that rebound, though. Benavides couldn't even get up for it.
Nice shot by the Javelinas, cutting off the post option really early in that series. And just beating the shot clock is Sims as she gets a jumper to fall.
You know, it's one of those things for Javelinas. Everything in that effort went well in that defensive sequence. Just a good shot.
Gonzalez back in running the point. She falls down and loses the ball and is going the other way. The TexAnns have numbers 2-on-1. And Johnson's going to miss the shot. It's going to be rebounded and missed again by Sims. And the Javelinas catch a break there.
Good defense by Benavides to stop the second time. The second time shot there didn't go in. That was all because of Ashley Benavides there. You know, the Javelinas, though, looked like they were going to give up that fast break earlier on because once Brianna Gonzalez fell, looked like all the Javelinas just stood around for a sec just to take it in. They might have expected a whistle, which happens sometimes, and that led to the way.
But fortunately, Benavides was there as a trailer and got lucky that they missed the first shot there, but she wasn't going to let the putback be put in for sure. So good job there by Benavides. 9:18 to go left here in the first half. TexAnns have doubled up on the Javelinas. 16-8 they lead here.
Yeah, Peyton Adamson so far for the TexAnns going 2 of 3. She's got 8 points, leading all the players so far in this first half.
5'7" junior out of Rockwall, Texas. Out of Missouri, Kansas City High School.
Yeah, Rockwall's a pretty small city.
Gonzalez off the dribble, puts it up quickly, and the ball gets stuck.
This is actually the third time I've seen the ball get stuck. I don't know what it is about these rims because it doesn't seem to happen in other basketball games that I watch.
These are some pretty clingy rims here, so we're going to...
Yeah, you know, and...
We should have don't they have somebody assigned to do this?
They usually get one of the men's basketball players actually to come out here and jump.
Somebody with some hops, I would assume.
Yeah, you know, and there's Adonis Bailey and Damon Warren right there on the sideline. But it looks like it's going to be Bassie that comes up.
All right, there goes Bassie. And we'll see him later on here in the night.
Yeah, they're not only part of the men's basketball team, they also help maintain the court.
Actually, it's not Bassie. It's one of the Tarleton State players, actually. Came onto the court. We're up a little high, so we don't get the good view as Lowen shoots from just outside the free throw line, misses. And it looks like they're going to call a foul here. Looks like it's going to be a push. Probably going to go against Benavides. See the call here. Yep, it's going to go against Benavides, so pushing the back on the rebound. So it's going to be a 17 foul for the Javelinas here in the first half. 17 fouls for them, 5 for the TexAnns. It's going to put Aaron Sims at the line. And Sims right now with 4 points, so looking to add to that is TexAnns lead right now is at 8, looking to make it double digits.
You know, this looks like another one of those strings for the Javelinas where they go on a bit of a drought. They haven't scored since the 12th minute of this game.
And actually at the line is Barry. I did actually the correction. 5'9" junior out of Little Texas. Transfer out of Stephen F. Austin. She puts in both of them to make it 18-8. Just inside of 9 minutes to go before the half. Javelinas shooting 3 of 15 from the field, 20% as Gould misses again, and the Javelinas just unable to put the ball in the hole. The Texans coming out. Barry passed it to the corner. All alone is Koonsman, and she misses that. Wagner loses the ball, still able to put it up, misses. The rebound's corralled by Johnson.
Yeah, Wagner tried to go, coast to coast there after she had got that rebound.
Looks like Koonsman was going to get the easy basket as she charged up ahead of the pack, but they call her with the travel, and Tarleton State's Johnson's going to sit down as Morgan Ashmore checks back into the game. So Gonzalez tried to bounce pass to Lone, but Lone just didn't look like she was ready for it. Now the TexAnns charging back up the court here, trying to extend their lead.
Yeah, Lone tried to take it right into the dribble, and she really should have secured it first. Just mishandled that, and that's why she gave it up.
Long three by Adamson, and Adamson puts it in just straight ahead. Three-point shot in the game, starting to get away from the Javelinas as they now trail 21-8.
Yeah, Adamson's pretty confident.
13-point lead
Knock
here.
that shot down.
Jones and Brittany Shelby on the sideline getting ready to check in for the Javelinas.
Selby is another one of those players, as she's about to check in after this timeout. She's another one of those players with the size on the Javelina team. The Javelinas really haven't utilized the post all season, and haven't really found too big of a role for Benavides or Selby.
Yeah, and Selby right now, a towering 6'2", freshman post player. So we're going to see if maybe she has an integral part here as the Javelinas get ready to come back out of this timeout to see if they could get going a little bit. Shooting 17.6% from the field tonight, 3 of 17. Tarleton State, 43.8%, 7-16 from the field, 21-8 lead. Right now, 11 points for Peyton Adamson. Adamson just playing really well tonight. 3 of 4, 3 for 3 from beyond the arc is Adamson's.
Yeah, 3 of 4 on the night, 11 points for her. She's hitting those shots, Mark, no matter where they're from.
So the Javelinas trailing Adamson alone by 3, so see if they can get back into this game. Still 7 minutes with 27 seconds left here in the first half. Jones from the corner, from the wing, misses that.
Yeah, and that was a good look by her. It was a good three-pointer. She was open there. Just another one of those nights for the Javelinas, going on another so far 5-minute drought.
Adamson from way downtown, and she puts it in, 4 for 4. And the Javelinas have no answer for Adamson. I mean, you can't close out on somebody that far back behind the three-point line. I mean, you're almost not defending somebody that far out.
Gonzalez tried to come off to the screen and get her, but Gonzalez had fallen down. It was a tough pick that was set.
So puts it up, but Gonzalez almost rips it away from Sims. Very quickly going knee, trying to hit Megan Odell, and then Javelinas come up with that board. Gonzalez, Selby, Jones, Wagner, and Lowen on the court. Lowen puts it on the floor and puts it up, grabs her own rebound and puts it up and in. Finally, Javelinas get something. It's It's a basket by Selby at the 6-minute 15 mark of the first half.
Yeah, you know, Caitlin Lowen finally just got tired of missing for her team. First shot did go off the glass.
Adamson just cannot miss from beyond the arc. That's 5 for 5, I believe, for Adamson.
Adamson is.
And she's not shooting it from close range either. I mean, she's well outside the three-point line there. And that's just unorthodox to try to go out and guard that.
Yeah, she's just on fire tonight. And those are probably the types of shots she takes a lot in practice. Pretty confident with hitting them no matter how far downtown she is.
And then she lets it go. Her shot looks like she struggles to get it there, but I mean, she's just right on point. Just such an accurate pinpoint shooter.
Yeah, she can hit him. She can certainly hit him.
She just has to get the ball there.
Big reason the Javelinas are down by 17 now is because of her.
Oh, a nice move to the hole. Cheyenne Berry fakes one way, goes the other. Left to right on that one.
Yeah, that was just a great move by Berry. Even with the bigger Selby up against her.
Javelina's just looking for a shot, and Gonzalez puts it up, and it's going to be an air ball. Wagner is going to put up the shot off the iron. Grabbed by Lowen, and she's going to get whacked by Berry.
Yeah, it looks like the Javelinas are trying to stay more under the basket to try to get the offensive boards. And it's smart by the Javelinas. You understand that the shooting isn't going your way tonight, and they're trying to get the offensive boards. And if they get enough, usually a foul comes out of it, or you're just going to get the putback.
Lowen misses the first of two. Lowen puts the second one in. So Tarleton 5 for 6 from beyond the arc, 83% from three-point range. Javelinas 0 for 6.
Yeah, that's all thanks to Peyton Adamson, as Jones stole the ball back there.
And she throws it right back. Jones from the corner puts it in. Giving the Javelinas a little bit of life here as they try to shoot their way back into this game.
Yeah, and
down 15.
As Wagner sees the ball there, there's still plenty of time left in this half mark, still 4.5 minutes left. They can at least put themselves within a decent range, go into the second half feeling good about themselves. If they can just keep this run up right now, we'll see what they can do with the energy that's on their side.
Yeah, but the Javelinas winning the turnover battle as they turn it over there. And there's another one. Lowen sends it back to Jones. Jones puts it up. Javelinas.
And that was a great pass by Caitlin Lowen, understanding that Jones was open there. It looks like Lowen was about to try to take it herself. Saw the open Jones, and you can see the Javelinas all staying, not getting back on defense specifically to try to steal the turnover early, put the pressure on before the TexAnns can even cross the half-court line.
Yeah, so the Javelinas a little bit of a run here, cutting down the lead just a bit, at least forcing a Texan timeout. So, I mean, that's definitely got to be a good sign there. So the Javelinas are very capable of trying to get back into this game. 13 minutes, 13 points down, 4 minutes left here in the half.
Yeah, you know, they were down by as many as 19, Mark, and they're coming back here so far, putting a few points together. Now they're only down by 13, and they can get into single digits if they can just play some defense here.
Selby going to get called with the foul on Sims, as Sims went up for the shot over Selby. Sims going to go to the line. 5'11" freshman out of Lorena, Texas. Shooting 2 for the TexAnns. Gets that one to fall. In and out, Selby has the rebound. Javelinas take it the other way. 4 minutes left to go. Gonzalez to the hoop, rejected by Ashmore. It's going to go out of bounds to the Javelinas.
Yeah, so it looks like the TexAnns picked up their step just a little bit more here. Getting a 14-point lead and playing good defense on the other end. See how the Javelinas can respond. Still just under 4 minutes left. Only down by 14. there's a lot more they could do in this first half to put themselves in good position to try to win the game.
So Lowen and Sheena Jones leading the way. Jones finally getting on track from beyond the arc, 1 for 3 after missing her first 2 shots.
Yeah, and Javelinas finally are getting some shots together, but like you said, Mark, only shooting 6 of 27 from the field so far, and only 1 from 7 from behind the arc. On the other hand, TexAnns with Peyton Adamson, she's having a really good night. 5 of 6 from the field, and a perfect 5 from 5 from the three-point line. She's got 17 points so far here, and it's only the first half.
Yeah, so we're going to expect big numbers there from Adamson in the end, at least on the point side of things. We're inside of 4 minutes to go here.
The Javelinas did well to, you know, when we thought Kiara Wright was going to make a big difference because of her post presence, put her in foul trouble. Now they've got to focus on closing out on Adamson properly, not even letting her stay open no matter how deep behind the three-point line she is.
So the Javelinas going to inbound with 3 minutes, 59 seconds left. 24 on the shot clock. Gonzalez inbounding for the Javelinas. Gets it into Lowen. Selby goes up with it, shoots, and actually going to get the basket. Nice simple shot there.
Yeah, and she gets the extra free throw, try to put her team within 11. It's great by Selby to hit the jump shot even though she did get fouled.
So Selby able to complete the three-point play. 6'2" freshman out of Sinton. And the Javelinas get another turnover. Javelinas plus 5 in the turnover portion of the game here. Jones, nice touch pass back out to Selby. Gonzalez pump fakes, puts it up over, and Javelinas are back within single digits here.
All of a sudden, Mark, the Javelinas are playing with a lot of confidence. You could see it, and Brianna Gonzalez hesitating and making a move like that.
Gonzalez for 3. Gonzalez puts it in. Javelinas.
And she feels it, Mark. You can tell she feels it. And that's just why, the turnovers are so important for the Javelinas. They can take the advantage of it like they're doing here. They play with so much more confidence and have such an easier time making their moves.
And there's a miss there by Sims, and Sims gonna get the foul call, and they're gonna call it on Selby. But the Javelinas were trailing by as many as 19 with the 5 minute 33 mark. But in the last 2 minutes, Javelinas trimmed off 13 points of that lead.
Yeah, Gonzalez just put in 5 unanswered points all by herself within a span of maybe 10 seconds or so.
As Selby gonna have a seat, put in some pretty good minutes here for the Javelinas. And first little shot missed by Sims. Sims puts in the second one. Lead is now 7.
Yeah, and those free throws could have been better prevented if the Javelinas had gotten down to defense on time, but it looked like they were just celebrating, their hot streak on the offensive end just a little too much. Letting the game get away from them a bit.
Lowen goes to the hoop, but they're going to call a deflection. It's going to go back over to the Javelinas.
Yeah, Lowen was hoping for a foul, but it looked like the strip was pretty clean there. Javelinas still going to get to inbound the ball, so we'll see if they can make another shot for themselves.
14 seconds on the shot clock. Wagner out open on the perimeter, puts it in. Javelinas continue to climb back in. 4-point game here, 2.5 left to go. With a 19-point lead, down to 4. 2-possession game. The Javelinas starting to pick up the pressure.
Yeah, now this is where the big question.
Wagner, who tried to go for the steal and just ended up running.
Yeah, it looked like Wagner just couldn't hit the brakes there a little bit, just ended up running into
Cheyenne Berry.
Berry's going to take 2 free throws here.
Berry sinks the first one, extends the lead back up to 5. Javelinas now shooting, as Barry misses that one, Javelinas now shooting 9 of 30 for 30%. It's way better than 16% they were shooting there early on in the half. Trying to pick it up, Gonzalez gets the ball on the inside, dribbles it back out. The pass just out of the reach of Benavides there, and missed opportunity there for the Javelinas.
Yeah, Gonzalez looked like she was set on taking a shot, but I thought it was a good idea for her to step back from the situation. Looked like it would have been too tough of a shot to put in. Benavides just mishandled a bounce pass there.
Call a foul on Caitlin Lowen there. She's going to send Adamson to the line. Junior, 5'7" junior guard. Shooting 2 for TexAnns. Sinks the first one. Puts TexAnns back up by 6. Minute 49 to go.
Yeah, and those last 3-pointers by the Javelinas put them at 33% from the 3-point line. And you could tell all these shots going in for the Javelinas, looks like they're pretty confident in themselves all of a sudden.
It's 27-34. And Benavides just throws that one away, and the Javelinas starting to slopping up just a tad here.
Yeah, you know, they were red hot there for a second, and now 2 back-to-back turnovers. It's not the way to get back in a game. And that's not the way to keep the momentum on your side either.
And a turnover there by the TexAnns. Javelinas catching a little bit of a break there.
Yeah, it was just too high of a pass for Raven McGrath to really get her hands around. So Javelinas caught a break there.
1:22 left. Wagner driving on Sims, puts it up. Gonna go to the line.
Yeah, Wagner did well to drive in, pretty aggressive. She may have not made the shot, but she did draw the foul.
Wagner misses the first one. The game's slowing down a little bit for both teams here. Wagner puts in the second one. 6-point game, 34-28. TexAnns lead. Minute 15 to go. Oh, and another throwaway there by the TexAnns, and the Javelinas grab another possession. Benavides, the right place at the right time as the ball rolls into the open court.
So the 17th turnover on the TexAnns already.
Jones puts a move.
Oh, almost got the end one. I was hoping.
Yeah, puts a move there on Raven McGrath. They're gonna. Looks like they're gonna call the foul on her and send Jones to the line. Jones trying to get back within 4. 57.1 seconds left.
And the Javelinas now do have the advantage in points off those 17 turnovers. They got 12 points off of them. Tarleton making more with what they've pulled, though. They've got 9 points off of their turnovers, but they've only forced the Javelinas to 11 turnovers here.
Jones sinks the first one and the second one. 34-30, under a minute to go in the first half. Javelinas making things interesting after it looked like this was going to get away from them.
Just under a minute here. It'll be interesting to see what the Javelinas can come away with. Try to end the half on a good run.
Barry tries to dribble the baseline. From way outside is Ashmore. Ashmore misses from the back, off the back iron. Sims looking for someone to go with it. Finds Adamson, and Adamson puts it in. Not the person you want to end up with the ball over on the perimeter.
Yeah, Adamson's definitely the last person you wanted to have the ball.
Yeah, 6 for 6 from beyond the arc. 37-30. Last shot going to go here to the Javelinas. 10 seconds to go. Johnson on Gonzalez. 3 seconds to go. Gonzalez gets it right back. Puts it up off the glass. Miss. That's all the half's going to end. 37-30. Javelinas down by as many as 19 with under 6 minutes to go now. Going to the locker room down 37-30 after a run there in the last 4 minutes of the half.
So we'll take a quick break. It looks like the dance team is about to come on, and we'll come on after that and give you our halftime report.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Javelina Broadcast Network. I'm Mark Molina, joined alongside Ferris Sabawi.
What's going on? We're just about a few moments away here from the second half opening up here. Javelinas are down by 7. The score is 37-30. Lead with, of course, the Tarleton State TexAnns. And, you know, so far for the TexAnns, Mark, of course, the one big standout player here, Peyton Adamson, went 6 from 6 from the three-point line.
Yeah, she was definitely a force to be reckoned with there for the TexAnns in the game. Javelinas, you know, it's not like the Javelinas were playing bad defense. A lot of the Texan three-point shots were from way deep beyond the arc. So for the Javelinas, you know, to be able to close out that quickly is asking a little much.
Yeah, Adamson can definitely dial from deep without an issue. She's 6 of 8 from the field, 6 of 6 from behind the arc. She's got 22 points so far, leading all scorers here in the game. But, you know, for the Javelinas, no one in double figures yet, Mark, but there's a lot of spread around offense. Sheena Jones leading the way so far with 7 points, followed by both Caitlin Lowen and Brianna Gonzalez, who both have 5 points apiece. And so the scoring is a lot more spread around for the Javelinas, only down by 7. They were down by as many as 19 with about 5 minutes left in the half.
Yeah, so, and then the Javelinas went on a run to close it within 4 there and played really good basketball. Kept forcing a lot of turnovers by the Texans, but the Texans just couldn't take care of the ball there, but the Javelinas able to get back in it. But right now, 37-30, and we talked about this earlier in pregame about the difference between the halves for the Javelinas, and you know it's not inconceivable for them to finish off the first half on a really good note, but for them to finish out the game, it's gonna be a whole nother challenge. We've seen the Javelinas stumble around this time of the game.
Yeah, it's tough for them here. This is you know, really the trying time, and you know, this is where, you know, crunch time truly is. This is where you play down the stretch, and if you can't learn to lock it down during that part of the game, it's always hard to win a game. Closing out is definitely always the most important. So let's see the second half the Javelinas can come up with. If they can come up with a better start to this second half, it's always easier to close out the game that way.
Gonzalez, Vieira, Lowen, Jones, and Clark on the floor for the Javelinas to start the second half. For the TexAnns, we got Wright, Adamson, Ashmore, Barry, Bledsoe,
And
starting for the TexAnns here.
you know, Wright had a promising start to the game, Mark, but she just did get into some foul trouble. That's why she was on the bench for most of the first half. So Javelina's still going to have to watch out for her and see if she becomes productive for the TexAnns here.
Yeah, got the better of Brandy Clark there on the first couple of possessions for the TexAnns, as we mentioned, Clark giving up a little over 3 inches to the taller Wright. Gonzalez, long 2, puts it in. Good start here for the Javelinas early, taking their time and getting the shot.
Well, and there's Gonzalez, yeah, just like you said, with that hesitation again. Usually she's used to just putting up the 3, but, you know, when she thinks twice, it puts the TexAnns, you know, it throws them off, and she gets a better shot off that way.
And bad defense there on the inside by the Javelinas, as the closest person to the taller Wright was Vieira, and Vieira definitely not going to do much as Wright tries to put it up.
Yeah, and that's a really risky pass by Gonzalez there. Just throwing it far outside Lauren's reach.
Downtown, that's Bledsoe missing. Vieira picks up the rebound, brings it the other way. Vieira gonna attack the basket from coast to coast. Comes up short. No call there by the referee, delaying the play a little bit.
And it was a good no call. Javelinas have numbers here on defense, but it did look like.
And the Javelinas forcing another turnover there, and it continues as Javelinas gain off to a more aggressive start here in the second half.
Yeah, Tarleton ended that half mark with 17 turnovers. So we'll see if the Javelinas can keep that up on the defensive end. If they can force these turnovers, this comeback will be much easier to surmount.
And Wright puts up her paw and just takes it away there. Coming back the other way.
Yeah, and that's when Vieira has to understand. Sometimes bounce passes aren't always the smartest, especially when a player's right on the back. It's easier just to do a chest pass, keep it plain and simple, and really secure that pass.
And Adamson, cutting to the basket, was Wright able to find her. Jones puts the spin move off, puts it up, and Wright comes up with the rebound. And TexAnns outrunning. Bledsoe stops, puts it up, makes it.
That was just a great pull-up jumper there by Bledsoe.
43-32, 17 and a half left here in the game. An 11-point TexAnns lead.
That was good move, good hands by Ashmore. Keep the ball away, but Javelinas still going to inbound here.
11 seconds left on the shot clock. Gonzalez in possession of it right now. Gonzalez driving to the basket, stops, puts it up and in. Nice hesitation there, just enough to get right off her feet.
Yeah, Gonzalez had the hot hand at the end of that first half mark, hitting a layup and then a pull-up three. And now it looks like the momentum's continuing here for her. She's the only Javelina that scored in the second half.
Perry puts up the jumper. Misses. Javelina is going to bring it back. Down by 9. Rowan gives it back up to Gonzalez. Gonzalez puts it on the floor, stops, puts it up, misses right. Grabs the rebound. There's Jones trying to save it, trying to come over the steal. Going to be out of bounds going back to the TexAnns. A nice hustle play there.
Yeah, Jones had tried to save the ball. It just didn't look like she really got up off her feet though, and so when she did get possession of the ball, her feet were out of bounds.
And Adamson just can't miss from beyond the arc. I guess not. Just
yeah, there's something's going for her, and she's really on the ball tonight.
Vieira puts it up high off the glass, misses. 12-point lead, and Barry attacking the basket, puts up an awkward shot, misses. Clark is right there to grab the rebound. Gonzalez pulls up straightaway three, misses off the back iron. Clark keeps possession alive, and they're going to reset to Gonzalez.
And Adamson so far, 7 of 7 from the three-point line.
Clark tries to go inside, but Wright cuts her off. Inside of 10. 5 to shoot. Clark's in the launch one from the corner. Misses the three-point shot. Bledsoe comes up with the board.
Yeah, that's a tough shot for the Javelinas. You got to give the TexAnns credit. They were really closing down all the passing lanes for the Javelinas, keeping them on one, on that left side of the court and really holding them to it. So the TexAnns have definitely adjusted, especially on the defensive end. On the first in the first half mark, we saw the Javelinas get a lot of opportunities, just not make the best of them. But this time around, looks like the TexAnns are really trying to close the Javelinas out. And it looks like they're not really underestimating the Javelinas too much anymore here. As they might have just gotten a little bit too comfortable with the 19-point lead.
Yeah, but the Javelinas coming out here still trailing by double digits.
Yeah, and that's just because, you know, like you said, TexAnns locked down on their play a lot, able to convert on a few baskets. Of course, another 3 by Peyton Adamson. Easy to see why they are up by 12. Peyton Adamson so far, like I said, Mark, 7 of 7 from the 3-point line.
Yeah,
she's got 25 points.
And one of the, if it's as easy to her, she makes it look way harder than it is. She has one of those awkward releases. It looks like.
Yeah, it looks like she's really desperate to get the ball in there.
It looks like a really tough shot the way she puts it in. But I mean, maybe on her end it just flows like water.
It's one of those things. Sometimes players don't release, you know, the textbook way that they're supposed to, and sometimes it just works out better for them. You know, for instance, Sean Marion, one of the players with just an ugly release.
Sean Marion had a weird shot.
Yeah, he shoots like I did when I was 5, and but he puts them in every time.
Vieira in the corner, all alone, puts it in the wing. Javelinas did not.
Yeah, Vieira didn't get too much playing time in the first half, Mark, but you can't sleep on her. She is one of the big shooters for the Javelinas.
Yeah, redshirt freshman out of Corpus Christi, WB Ray High School. Going to right on the inside, right, puts it up and in, just gets the roll there. Just the height advantage underneath for right. Yeah. Something the Javelinas are unable to contend with.
And so now the Javelinas have the problem with Adamson from behind the arc and right in the post. They got to pick their poison here, it looks like.
Javelinas need to make them take mid-range shots. It looks like that's the only option that they have. As Lowen gets it back, puts it up and in. Javelinas forcing the turnovers, and that's keeping them in the game right now.
Yeah, Wright had gotten the rebound, Mark, and Lowen was behind her. It looked like Wright totally just forgot about her. Didn't think she would even come up to try to get the ball.
Yeah, she's not in the same vision as Wright, actually. The same level of vision.
And you got to give the Javelinas credit there, Mark. They're forcing every turnover. It's not really like they're getting too many unearned turnovers just coming from TexAnns, screw-ups. But it's really the Javelinas forcing the issue here.
Definitely. Right now, as we get in 14 minutes, inside of 14 minutes, Javelinas trailing by 9, 48-39. TexAnns advantage. And Wagner misses that. Ashmore drives to the inside, misses, and there's Ashmore picking up the rebound. And Sims just trying to get it over to right on the bounce pass, but
yeah, that was
connect. That was a good play, though.
Yeah, it was a good idea by Sims. Just the bounce pass wasn't executed well.
And Lowen getting the basket and the foul, going to go to the free throw line to Sims' 3-point play.
Yeah, and as you can see, Brianna Gonzalez looks like she may have pulled a muscle in her back or something, getting it worked on here. She takes a step outside as Wagner stepped in for her.
Wagner trying to take that rebound, but Wright just had the advantage. There's a travel there by Barry, who just checked in for Morgan Ashmore a second ago. So the Javelinas going to get the ball right back, down by 7 points here, but with a little bit of momentum on their side.
Yeah, talked about Javelinas forcing some turnovers. That one definitely wasn't forced. They did just catch a break here. So we'll see if they can get some free points.
Wagner misses that one.
Yeah, and Wagner has to be careful. She already picked up a few fouls from playing that aggressive.
Wagner, 5'8" freshman from Port Lavaca. Seven seconds left on the shot clock. The referee's going to call a foul on the Javelinas.
Yeah, Vieira's not happy with that call. Looked like she may have just gotten a piece of Barry's arm.
It's going to be the third on Vieira.
And, it's one of those plays that could go either way, but With that foul, TexAnns get a whole new shot clock to work with here. So Javelinas is going to have to do it all over again on this defensive effort.
In the right, and they're going to wave it off.
Yeah, Clark just pushed right from behind the back there before the shot got, before the shot happened at all. So we're just going to go ahead and inbound from under the basket.
It's going to be the first on Clark, excuse me, for the Javelinas. And a quick inbound there to Bledsoe, but Wright picks up the rebound and puts it back in. 50-41. TexAnns lead.
Yeah, Javelinas need to really drive in on Wright to try to get her to commit a few more fouls and put her back, into foul trouble.
Yeah, because that size in the post is really obviously disrupting the Javelinas as Vieira shoots from way outside off the back of the rim. Wright corrals the rebound. Adamson brings it back the other way. Barry to Adamson. Adamson pump fakes and goes to the basket, but it's going to be deflected out of bounds by Javelinas. Going to be TexAnns ball with 21 seconds left on their shot clock.
Yeah, Adamson came in there. It looked like she was free of Clark's left hand, but Clark also put her right hand up, was able to block that ball.
Selby gets a piece of Bledsoe as she goes to the rim. Selby's going to be called for the foul. It's going to be her third, actually. Tallest player on either roster, which is the freshman Selby out of Sinton. It's down to 6-2.
Yeah, so Javelinas already with 3 quick fouls.
Bledsoe's going to miss that one off the back iron.
Already with 3 quick fouls here in the half. They're going to want to be careful. And Selby with 3 mark. You're right, she's the only one with the size to contest right. So she's going to have to try to find a way to stay in here as long as possible. Give the Javelinas the best chance they can get here as they're just trailing by 10.
Yeah, that's also some more fouls that you want to have in your pocket down the line. But if they keep playing right that aggressive, it might not turn out that way for the Javelinas. Wagner shoots from the wing, misses. Bledsoe gets the rebound.
It looks like the Javelinas are just playing a little bit impatient now. These are before Wagner shot there, Ashley Vieira had missed a kind of deep 3. Unnecessary shots by the Javelinas. They need to just try to wait for the good look to come. They're not trailing by too many points here to have a little patience with the ball.
Wright missed on the other end. Jones straight away 3, misses. Bounces off the back iron. TexAnns try to bring it up the floor, but Jones cuts off Barry. Adamson finally misses from beyond the arc after 7 tries. Misses her first one, but it's going to be a foul on the Javelinas.
Yeah, Adamson's form on the shot.
It just looks so...
This gets me every time.
You would think like
she
maybe
sets the release up here, in front of her forehead.
Maybe it is a struggle, but maybe she's just pinpoint accurate with where she puts the ball.
And, I can't complain. I can't come up with performances like that from the 3-point line.
I would love to go 7 for 7 on anything to start the game.
Yeah, can't do it. Can't do it on the court. I can't do it, on tests either. So both academic and sports-wise, just can't get a perfect record down.
On the books.
So Peyton Adamson, you do what you got to score that basket.
7 for 8 ain't bad. I'll take it. So 11 minutes, 2 seconds to go here. Kingsville Hampton in court.
Yeah, Kingsville just down by 10 so far. Trailed by as many as 19 earlier on in the game. Now just outside of single digits. But with Brianna Gonzalez out, the movement hasn't been as good for the Javelinas on the offensive end. They've been settling for some tough shots.
Javelinas have 4 W's left, actually. They have 4 3-point shots. One more and everybody gets a promo, but we don't even got corn dogs.
Fortunately not.
Corn dogs, Jack. So we're going to start up action again, and we're going to pick up here with Brianna Bledsoe at the free throw line. 5'8" junior out of Stephenville. Hometown girl for those TexAnns as she sinks the first one. some of the stats here is that Peyton Adamson, 27 points on the night, 1 rebound, 8 for 12 shooting, 4 for 4 from the line, 7 of 8 from beyond the arc. And her team with a 12-point lead with just inside of 11 minutes to go.
The Javelinas got to try to find a way to get a good shot. Maybe it was a little bit easier on because Wright was in trouble in the first half. But they got to deal with her on the court now and got to try to make their opportunities happen.
Clark driving to the basket, puts it up and in. And they're going to count the basket, send her to the line, trying to cut the lead down to single digits once again.
And, you know, on that play, Mark, you did see what I was talking about. They really did wait, until the last second to try to get the play. Sometimes you just got to be that patient. It'll open up in the end, even if it was with the shot clock winding down. As Brandon Clark gets rewarded with a 3-point play there.
Clark puts it in. Javelinas now shooting 8 for 11 from the free throw line.
Yeah, free throw shooting not too bad in this game for the Javelinas. They're going to want to definitely make sure they try to sink as many as possible, try to keep them as close in this game.
They're really trying to force the ball in here to try to have the height advantage, or almost. There over two of the Javelinas. Selby was there, but out of position.
Yeah,
to go back into right quickly. Puts it up. Foul is going to be called on Wagner, but she's going to be sent to the line with Wright.
Yeah, and the TexAnns are definitely drawing that play specifically for Wright. You could see her move off screens, try to get open, and also just try to get on a mismatch like she was there. Because when she gets that mismatch, it's easy for her to draw a foul, go straight to the free throw line, even though she misses that first one there.
Points it off the back iron. Javelinas still down by 9. Sim's going to take a seat as Morgan Ashmore is going to check back in. Wright sinks that one. Makes it a 10-point game. 54-44, 10 minutes, 12 seconds left to go here in the game. Hogs leading by 10. Javelinas once again going to go deep with the shot clock. Wagner tries to make it inside, tapped away by Wright, loses her footing, and now the TexAnns have numbers right all the way in front of the pack. Puts it in, 56-44.
Yeah, that was a good play by the TexAnns defense. Wagner did trip, but it did look like a pretty clean play.
Selby gets the bounce and answers back. Gould, Benavides, and Robertson getting ready to come in for the Javelinas at the check-in table. Inside of 10 minutes to go here. It's still a 10-point game. Wagner steps in front of that one. Looked like a trailer free safety in football there.
Yeah, you could just watch her read that pass, get out there in time. It's like she jumped the route. And so far for the Javelinas.
Very nice football reference.
Thank you.
It was really good. Really good.
I do watch.
Yeah. No, you do call. You really well during football season. You might have. Well, anyway,
Javelinas shooting 17 of 51 here in the game so far. Puts them at 33% from the field. 4 of 6.
Oh, there's Gonzalez steps right in front of that one. Call that one a pick 6. Wouldn't you, Thirst?
Yeah, you would if we're staying with the football references. Although I hope we're not.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, Gonzalez came off the bench there, Mark, and just reignited the Javelinas, and you could tell she's pretty excited to get right back on the court and try to get her team back in this game.
Everybody goes out except for Clark because 4 Javelinas were changed at that break. Wright comes up short, gets her on rebound, puts it in, and Benavides just cannot contain Wright there. She is overpowering the Javelina post players.
And this is a pretty similar squad to the one that just subbed out. Good pass there by Robertson.
Owen gets his Gonzalez. Gonzalez misses, and Wright corrals the rebound. Just in better position there than Benavides.
Trio did take out Selby, but he did put in Ashley Benavides. And we'll see what she can do on Wright. Forces jump ball there. First time those two have gone up against each other.
And possession's going to go over to the TexAnns. Johnson sits down, and in comes Adamson.
Yeah, Adamson coming back on the
right,
court.
Bledsoe, Ashmore, and Barry on the floor right now for TexAnns.
And, you know, the real problem with Kiara Wright in the post is if she doesn't score, she'll force the foul on you, as she just showed there. So she's going to go up for 2 more free throws. And with Adamson back on the court, the Javelina defense has a lot on their plate.
Yeah, you know, as long as they get the right matchup, a lot of the times they're going to be able to go into Wright. Wright shooting well tonight, 7 for 11 from the field, 15 points, 15 rebounds, and 3 fouls here tonight. So really, really solid game for Wright here tonight.
Yeah,
winning, having more rebounds than far and away than anybody on the court.
And, you know, and when you do fill up the stat sheet the way Wright does, it just makes you way more versatile of a player. And Wright showing that she can do it, you know, on the glass and off her hands with no problems.
So 8 minutes, 11 seconds to go. Javelina is shooting 34% from the game, forcing 23 turnovers. They are +9 tonight in the turnover department. So we're going to start at the free throw line. Tarleton State going to be shooting a couple free throws here tonight.
You know, Mark, they are +9 on the turnover range, but the points off turnovers as well, you could tell they are +11 from that field. So Javelina's making a lot of their opportunities here. They're going to have to try to score on every turnover.
And there's Wright's kryptonite there. She misses another free throw, 1 for 4 on the night, I believe, is Wright.
That's always a problem for the taller post players in the game.
Wright sinks out and splits them, and that'll do for TexAnns right now as they lead by 11. Just over 8 minutes to go here in the game. And Gonzalez getting it to Lowen. Lowen gonna take Adamson off the dribble, puts it up, misses, and there's Adamson for the rebound. They're gonna call the jump ball and give it back to the Javelinas there. Good sense of awareness by Lowen to notice they have the possession arrow.
Yeah, Lowen, of course, not giving up on that play. That's been a theme for the Javelinas. That's why they forced as many turnovers as they have in this game, forcing 23, strictly because, you know, it's the hustle that the Javelinas have.
Seven minutes, 53 seconds here. We're in a timeout. Mentioned after this game, we're going to have the Texas A&M men's basketball team, Texas A&M Kingsville men's basketball team, taking on Tarleton State coming up next. In a battle of 2 pretty good teams, the Javelinas 2 games under 500 in the conference, but they're in the midst of a little bit of a losing streak. But
yeah,
the
you
Hogs
know,
are still very much in it.
They are going through some trouble. Still currently ranked, you know, at 7th in the LSC. So they're still, you know, in playoff contention, undoubtedly. But you know, especially in the Lone Star Conference, being as competitive as it is, you definitely want to try to keep your rank as high as possible. Just try to get the best seeding in the playoffs. And Javelinas are going to be looking to do that. There's still, like you said, a few more basketball games to play. This is the second last home game here in Kingsville, but plenty of basketball left for the Javelinas to try to, you know, improve on their record, try to get a better seeding going into the playoffs.
After tonight, 3 of the last 4 on the road. Gonzalez gets inside, puts it off the glass, puts it in. Javelinas down 59-50, and Gonzalez getting aggressive.
Yeah, and Gonzalez shows so many dimensions to her game. She can drive in on you, but you know she has been hitting her jump shots too.
Good defense by Benavides there.
So Gonzalez is really the only thorn in the side of the TexAnns so far. TexAnns still pretty consistently hanging on to that 9-point lead.
Couple players, Lowen and Gonzalez, 4 steals apiece here tonight. Brianna Gonzalez leading the Javelinas with 11 points so far. Caitlin Lowen with 9. So those two really leading the way, as Clark and Jones have 7 points respectively.
Yeah, still, of course, 7.5 minutes left in this game. Javelinas are down by just double digits. Still just 9 points, or just down, down by just 9 points. As Lowen gets the rebound, timeout gets called. So still plenty of time for them to come back into this game.
Yeah, you saw him erase a 19-point deficit earlier on. So it's not conceivable to think that 8 minutes is not enough time. There's plenty of time.
Tonight, of course, coaches against cancer night, which is why our Javelinas are pretty pinked out.
Yeah, there's a lot of pink everywhere. So after tonight, this Saturday, they're going to be traveling to TexAnns and Commerce for a 2 p.m. tip. And Commerce sitting at 5-9, 2 games above the Javelinas.
Yeah, that'll be a good game for the Javelinas, especially coming off their recent wins. Commerce is pretty closely ranked to them, so you know the competitive matchup is definitely going to be there.
Gonzalez losing the handle on the dribble, turns it over. TexAnns coming back the other way. And Adamson misses. Bledsoe gets the rebound. It's still in there, and Clark comes away with it. Coming back the other way is Gonzalez. Javelinas have numbers right now, 5-4, as Bledsoe is trailing. Clark drives. Foul's going to be called on Bledsoe. They can call it with the blocking foul, as Clark aggressively drives to the rim.
Yeah, and I definitely got a feel for Brianna Bledsoe on the other side there. She had fallen pretty hard, but did manage to get back to the defensive end on time.
Clark gets the bounce, pulls the Javelinas with an 8. Sims comes in. Bledsoe's going to take a seat for the TexAnns. We're inside of 7 minutes to go here in the game.
Yeah, and so far, you know, the Javelinas are doing a good job of sticking in this game.
That one rims out for Clark. Wright grabs the rebound. 8-point game. Javelinas sticking around. TexAnns calling timeout right now as Coach Reisman wants to, Coach Heron wants to talk it over here as time starts to dwindle. Stats Tarleton shooting right now 42% from the field.
Yeah, and like I was talking about, Mark, Javelinas is doing a good job of staying in this game. And, you know, it seems like they've just been keeping, you know, trading baskets off so far, which puts them in, you know, at a good pace. They're definitely trying to close out on this lead a little bit more. Of course, they're going to want to try to eventually take the lead. We'll see if they can do that. But this lineup isn't working too terribly for the Javelinas.
Go inside to Sims. She gets a double team, and she gets that one to fall.
Yeah, and, you know, Sims definitely earned her shot there. She took the double team, accepted it like a champ, and still put that basket in.
Definite size advantage underneath right now for Tarleton State. And Gonzalez has to go to the floor and corral that one. They're going to call the jump ball, and it's going to go over to the TexAnns.
Yeah, and that was tough for Brianna Gonzalez. So it looks like she was making a motion out there for one of her players. That's when steal attempt happened. And good job by Gonzalez to dive to the floor to try to keep it. But the possession arrow wasn't on her side that time when the jump ball got called.
There's a nice shot there by Barry. And Tarleton State back up by 12.
Yeah, you know, the problem is, like I said, Javelinas have been sticking around, Mark, but they certainly don't want to be giving up any ground with time winding down here in the second half.
It's being get late in the game, only 5.5 to go here. Javelinas still need to climb back from 12 down. Robertson, 7 seconds, drives to the basket, puts it up and in. Gonna go to the free throw line, chance for 3-point play. 53-63, Javelinas down 10. 5:22 left.
Yeah, good job by Robertson. Watching the lane open up for her, she drove in, took the opportunity, and was able to convert and head to the line, try to put her team back within 9 if she can sink it. And you can see the TexAnns really corral their rebounds a little bit better, just securing them a lot better here. Looks like the Javelinas aren't going to be able to force too many more turnovers out.
Clark gets her hand on it and tips it out. It's going to be TexAnn ball as we get to the 5-minute mark in the second half.
So Javelinas going really small as they sub Selby and Robertson out.
Going inside to right. Right just gets her fingertips on it to save it. Bledsoe up and in. Nice job there by Bledsoe.
Yeah, and Sheena Jones is doing what she can to defend against Wright, but it's just too hard of a matchup when the size advantage is so significant.
So we're inside of 5 minutes to go here. Javelinas trailing by 12. Clark gets to the Vieira, stops the free throw line, puts it up, misses. Lowen grabs the rebound, takes it to the hole. He's going to get fouled and sent to the line. Javelinas need to get a couple of stops here. They want to make up some ground. For Lowen. Lowen puts in the first free throw. And the second. It's 65-55, TexAnn lead.
Yeah, Javelinas still within 10, but this is where the defense certainly needs to stop the TexAnns from scoring any more baskets.
Javelinas trying to press, but there's Barry putting it over the smaller Gonzalez, and the spreading it out is Tarleton State, and they're really throwing the Javelinas out their defensive game there.
Yeah, and the TexAnns handle the full court press pretty well, Mark. You can tell they're looking for a lot of passes, and you know, a lot of those passes go through, get completed, and with the full court press, you give up a lot of space, and that's one of the problems.
And Gonzalez getting tripped up there. Team's down by 12. TexAnns with the ball, trying to extend the lead and trying to close the lid on the Javelinas. And guess who's that? Adamson puts it in from downtown.
Yeah, Adamson had missed that last three-pointer that she took, but didn't matter to her.
Jones cuts to the basket. Good pass there. Javelinas will be getting to trade baskets, but the TexAnns are gonna take that.
Yeah, you know, if you trade baskets and you're trailing, you're gonna end up losing the game.
It's a little obvious, but yes indeed.
Javelinas doing what they can to stay into this game, trailing by 13. 3:08 left in the game. And so Peyton Adamson.
Just lethal assassin from beyond the arc, right?
Yeah, that was her 30th point right there with that three-pointer.
8 for 10, 9 for 14 overall. Couple of rebounds. Overall, solid night.
Yeah, so far for the Javelinas, Brianna Gonzalez leading the way with 13 points, 6 of 15 from the field, followed by Caitlin Lowen. She's got 11 points on the night. And then Sheena Jones is adding 9 points to the mix. So the Javelinas are going to need a little bit more offensive production if they want to try to turn this game around.
3:08 left of the game. For as much as the Javelinas have hung around, you got to really give it up to the TexAnns who have just kept scoring.
Oh, you know, TexAnns definitely locking it down here. And you know, when the Javelinas got off on that hot streak towards the end of the first half, TexAnns still kept to their game. And not all teams always do that sometimes.
Barry beats the shot clock.
And that was a problem there. You know, great defense by the Javelinas up until the end when Barry just got an open jumper. And those are not the kind of shots you want to be giving up when you're down by this much.
Wagner puts in the wide open shot. Javelinas down 13, 2.5 to go. Clock continues to move here. Time becoming an enemy of the Javelinas. Barry pushing it up ahead, looks back for any trailers. Gonna throw it back out.
Yeah, closing in just under 2 minutes here. Like you said, Mark, it's gonna be pretty tough for the Javelinas.
Ashmore taking Clark on the dribble, puts it up, goes to the hole, rolls off the rim, but she's gonna be going to the line with their team up 13. Inside of 2 minutes to go, 1:59. To remind everybody that after this game, got the men's basketball team coming up.
Yeah, still got one more game here tonight to call. So Javelinas down by 13 so far. Just under 2 minutes left. It's not looking like they're going to be able to mount the comeback. But you know, in terms of how they've played earlier this season, this is certainly an improvement from the way they played when they were losing, when they were on that 12-game skid.
So looking ahead for the Javelina women, we got Texas A&M Commerce this Saturday, and then they come back 5 days after that, and they head to eastern New Mexico. And then after that, 2 days later, head to Canyon to take on West Texas A&M for a 3-game road trip before coming back February 27th to face Angelo State. It's going to be right here at 6 p.m.
Yeah, you know, it's about 4 games left for both the men and the women's team. And you know, those 4 games are certainly going to be huge factors, not just for these teams, not just for these 2 teams, of course, but for teams all around the LSC, just because it is just so competitive.
It is. And here is Ashmore at the line, extending their team's lead of 14 points.
Yeah, and you got to give the TexAnns credit, closing out this game well and also utilizing Wright just as much as they could in the second half. She was not a big factor in the first half, you know, because of her foul trouble and everything like that. But, you know, it didn't mess with her rhythm. She got right back onto the court in the second half and did a lot of work for her team.
7 of 13 from the field was right tonight. 16 points, 18 rebounds, 3 assists. 2 for 7 from the line, though, but proving to be irrelevant here tonight. The Javelinas are desperately trying to squeeze out some possessions here in the last minute and a half.
Yeah, it's always good to you know, even when you're the losing team, to certainly play like certainly play with pride, and it looks like Javelinas are trying to stay strong on defense. And it's always good to see that.
Mary misses there. Clark grabs the rebound low and brings it up the court.
Jones takes it to the hole, puts it up, gets fouled. Ashmore's going to go get caught with a foul. As Jones is going to go to the line. 15-point lead, 74-59, TexAnns. So barring something very catastrophic, Tarleton State's going to improve to 12-3. And depending on what happens with Abilene Christian, could possibly move into second place. But we're going to keep an eye and see what happens with Abilene Christian.
Yeah, Abilene Christian certainly a tough contender in that conference, as Midwestern State is, of course, with a 13-2 record in the conference.
Yeah, depending on what happens, Midwestern State will only, after the TexAnns win here, only a half a game behind. One game back in the loss column.
Wagner once again just playing a little bit too aggressive there. Going to get called for the foul. Going to stop the clock at 54.7.
Wright going to have a seat. They're going to bring Barry back in. .7 seconds away from another win. Bledsoe puts it in. 15-point lead for the TexAnns over the Javelinas. Oh, that one in and out. Clark grabs the rebound. Tries to put it back in. She's going to go to the line. Still a pretty good scoring effort out here by the Javelinas, the 61 points.
And like I said, they're not giving up on this game.
As Clark puts that one.
And it's another reason it's really good is even if they can take something away from this game, they can build up on it on the next game. And the Javelinas are certainly going to want to win their next few games here. Try to get themselves in the playoffs.
Couple of missed opportunities there by the Javelinas, and Jones just gets a little choppy there with Bledsoe. Bledsoe's going to go to the line.
Yeah, Javelina's still playing with very active hands.
Barry going to sit down. They're going to bring in Megan Odell, 5'11" freshman, out of Jim Ned, Texas. Bledsoe sit down. Bring in Lindsey Mann, 5'7" sophomore out of Fort Worth.
Yeah, Javelina
puts in the teardrop, gets the roll.
Yeah, they're rolling that ball just down the court to try to save as much time as possible. The start doesn't clock winding down until someone touches it after the inbound.
There's a miss. Vieira brings it back the other way. Inside 25 seconds to go. Jones straightaway three. This is there, but Vieira tries to take it away from her. They're going to get the possession arrow.
Vieira
in their favor.
Vieira not giving up on that play. And Javelina is certainly closing out this game like it's close and it's respectable.
Vieira takes the three from the wing. Mr. Sim gets the rebound, and that's how the game's going to end. Javelinas fall here to Tarleton State, 78-64. hot shooting by Tarleton State tonight. They shot 47.2% as a team. Javelinas is 35.9% tonight.
Yeah, so that'll end the game for the Javelinas. They're going to drop to 3-12 in the conference. Ties them up with Cameron's record so far. They'll be back at it on Saturday at 2 p.m. against A&M Commerce. So we're going to take a little break here.
Come back with a quick recap of the game as we get ready for the men's game that's going to be up here in a few minutes. So just hang on for that. We'll have the Broadcast Network.